Hey everybody, we're back with Life from Death, Chapter 5, Part 2. We were on a flying skillet girdle last time, so we're going to finish up the chapter. I don't really have anything new to add. I'm just super excited that the ghost finally made an appearance, because, finally some excitement and not directions. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Ralph handed me one of the gadgets. This is a thermomagnetic resonating unit, TRU for short. See this gauge? It tells you what the temperature is and what it was 2 minutes ago and 10 minutes ago. That way you can see when it begins to fluctuate. This readout monitors how many degrees the temperature dropped or spiked down to 1/10 of a degree. And this one tells you how quickly it happened. There's a gauge, one gauge, that tells you all this? Okay, I'm trying to visualize it and I'm failing miserably at this. As he pointed out the various functions, Ralph's eyes sparkled. He was so at home with his geek self that it made me smile to see. She's a dragon. Why is she going around calling people nerds and geeks? I nodded. Do I have to write anything down, or does it keep a record? It's a wireless device, and it feeds into the software on my laptop. So as long as my laptop is on, I've got the program running. It will download the information that it's extracting. You don't use cloud, dude? It also has a USB port, which allows me to download the stored information if my laptop is off at the time. He turned to Alex. And you, please carry the EVP recorder. We'll see if we can catch any audible components to the haunting. I'll carry the full spectrum camcorder and see if there's anything to record. It felt very Ghostbusters to me, but then again, knowing we were dealing with the ghosts didn't ensure that we had all the information needed to handle the situation. They had Ghostbusters in this universe? With real ghosts and vampires? It doesn't make any sense. So the gadgets and the toys could only help us. I tried to remember what Alex had drilled into my head over the past few months. We can never have too much information on a case. Patrick led us down to the basement. We started renovating here because excavating so much room in the basement was the biggest job. We had to shore up the foundation, repair it in several areas, and then expand and finish the entire basement. Repetition, people. I needed an area large enough in which to house several rooms, offering secure protection to guests from the undead set. I also decided to build my bedroom suite down here. There are 4 bedrooms, including mine. Each is reinforced with steel doors that lock from the inside. I have the master key, and I keep that with me at all times. The walls are faux stonework, and while not fireproof, they offer protection from the vampire slayer wannabes. Wouldn't you want to make it fireproof? Doesn't fire kill vampires? The basement had a luxe feel. The marble tile and the gleaming white walls brought a sensation of light and air, even though there were no windows. The lights mimicked daylight without the harmful effect sunshine had on vampires. Central to the 4 bedrooms, a seating area offered guests a chance to sit and read. A desk nearby held a computer and printer, and a big screen TV covered one wall. My vampire guests can retreat here without feeling trapped in their rooms, which is important when it's nearing. When it's nearing? She says when it's nearing. Period. Nearing sunset? The television has both DVR and DVD, and the computer is for guests to use. I thought of everything. Patrick frowned, sounding so defeated that I felt sorry for him. When was this book written? "2015. Still. There were quotes in the front that I didn't realize. I don't remember if I actually read them. Ah, well. Ralph looked around and whistled impressive. Thanks. Patrick glanced around. This took a massive amount of planning. I just want to make a go of this. Alex clapped him on the back. We'll do our best to help. Now show us where you started the reno. Over here, in this corner. Patrick led us right over to the bedroom door closet to the back of the house. Right here where the edge of the door is, this was the original wall of the basement. We dug the rest of the way back, shoring up the foundation and creating load-bearing walls as we went. This lady watches a lot of house hunter renovations. Or love it or list it. One of those. Can we see the blueprints for what the house originally looked like? Ralph cleared some of the magazines off the desk to make room. Patrick headed for the stairs. Sure, I'll go get them. Alex, why not show them your room? Alex led us over to the closest door on the right. Here, take a look. I have to say, Patrick thought of everything. The rooms were small but tidy, and not only were they behind reinforced Oh, not only were they behind reinforced steel doors, but the bed itself was in a stone base, like a sarcophagus, with a comfortable and rather large mattress inside. The top was bulletproof and shatterproof glass, providing a difficult task for anybody seeking to get through to the vampire inside when they were asleep. Alex showed us the hidden emergency tripwire to open the luxury tomb if necessary. These rooms provided a tidy amount of security, as much as public resting place for this could be saved for ramps. I'm really impressed by the level of workmanship that went into this rebuild, Ralph said. That's right. You said that you put yourself through school while working in construction. I glanced around. The rest of the room made a tidy use of the space. Why does this woman like the word tidy so much? With a mini fridge, which I assume would contain bottles of blood, a microwave, a recliner, and a wardrobe. What do they need a microwave for? Did they warm my blood? Ew. There was no mirror, which made total sense. Vampires can't cast a reflection. Yes, and I will tell you, whoever he had working for him, they knew what they were doing. This isn't some quick flip pair. As Ralph examined the quality of the construction, Patrick returned with the blueprints. He spread them out on the desk, and Ralph and Alex pored over them. I had no clue what I was looking at. I knew what blueprints were, but they weren't something I'd ever paid attention to. In the Dragon Reaches, the families building their dwellings weren't exactly forced to log their plans with the government. So she's seen Ghostbusters. So, over here, Ralph pointed to the area where the two back bedrooms began. That was the original confines of the basement. You dug through there and expanded, what, a good 20 feet? And you expanded 30 feet in the other direction? This was quite the undertaking. I've got the money. The house is gorgeous. Patrick almost sounded defensive. No argument from me on that. Okay, let's start at the edge where the original basement ended. We'll set up equipment and see if there's anything there. You didn't find any bones, did you? Ralph motioned for me to take the TRU over to the wall near the door leading into Alex's room. Patrick shook his head. No, nothing like that. I haven't really looked with the attic, though, to be honest. I've been so focused on the renovations down here. As I said, my friend Nathan owned the house and I bought it from his family, so I didn't really expect anything to be out of the ordinary. Alex turned around. Tell us about Nathan. Did he die here? What was he like? Yes, he did. He died in the master bedroom. Patrick cleared his throat. Nathan, how can I put this? Nathan had two sides to him. One side, I admit, was a conniving bastard. The other side, he could be a real charmer. Now, it kind of goes hand in hand. Kind of have to be a bit of a charmer to be a conniving bastard. That sounds like a psychopath to me, Alex said. Not really. He wasn't deliberately cruel. Nathan was a financial genius, but I'll be honest, part of that genius was invested in knowing how to manipulate others. Nathan's primary focus was money and power. During the 80s, he was a whiz at day trading, and, unfortunately, he was also good at convincing others to go in on investments. Sometimes they panned out, other times not so much. Usually Nathan emerged richer, even though a number of his acquaintances didn't make it through unscathed. A bit of a psychopath. He was ruthless when it came to money, but had a real soft spot for his family and those he considered friends. White dragon, I muttered. Patrick gave me a quizzical look. What did you say? He was like a white dragon. The whites are the worst when it comes to money and greed. They'll topple your financial interests in a second if they thought it would mean more for them, and then eat you for dessert if you complain. But they are extremely family-oriented, most of them, and usually protect their own. I shuddered, thinking again that the white liege was right. It was a good thing I'd come her side. Grin Fear and his clan were tight, and though what I took wasn't sentimental or very expensive, the very fact that I stole it was enough to set the entire jury rampaging for my head. Patrick stared at me. It's really easy to forget that you're a dragon until you come out with something like that. But yes, I suppose Nathan was like that. You said he got sick? That he was losing weight at the end and didn't eat? Ralph was frowning at his camera. Yeah, that's what I understand. By then we weren't talking too much. I told you, Alex, that I understand why you refused to turn me when I asked. I'll be really honest. I'm glad that I managed to find someone willing to do it. I don't regret my choice, but I do understand why you wouldn't want the responsibility on your shoulders. I say that because Nathan asked me to turn him. I refused. We had a falling out. But his family, they knew what had happened, and after he died, they thanked me for not agreeing. Alex studied Patrick's face for a moment. Why did you make the decision? The truth? Nathan was scary enough when he was alive. The thought of a man that greedy who had vampiric powers scared the hell out of me. Even though he loved his family, the way he treated his enemies and those he thought were standing in his way, I decided no, I wasn't going to loose a vampire like that on the world. So I told him no. Patrick sat down on the love seat. I guess I'm a hypocrite. No, you aren't, Patrick. The last time I turned somebody, she ended up doing exactly what you were afraid Nathan would do. I never had a clue she had that in her, and it broke my heart. I swore that I would never chance helping another friend become a monster. You'd stay true to yourself. I wish I trusted you enough to say yes, to be the one to give you the gift. Alex was about to say more when Ralph let out a yelp. Fucking hell! Something just pinched me. He swung the camera around to face the brick of the back wall. Holy crap, look at this. Backing up, he motioned for Alex and me to join him. As we stared through the lens of the camcorder, which was on full spectrum mode, we could record in total darkness. We saw a misty shape taking form near the back wall. It was large and dark, and as I glanced up over the camera, I realized that I couldn't see it without the lens. Maybe there's something to the ghost hunting gear. Suddenly remembering my part, I held up the TRU and watched as the temperature in the area began to plunge. Temperature dropped up 10 degrees in the last 20 seconds. Actually, it was 10.3, but the point 0.3 seemed meaningless with such a big of a drop. Alex held out the EVP and we all quieted down. Patrick had joined us, and he was staring at the figure with a mixture of fear and curiosity. Who are you? Can you tell us your name? Alex slowly began to move forward and was now in range of the camera. Alex, I'm not sure I'd do that if I were you. Ralph's warning came a hair too late. As Alex approached the area where the misty figure was forming, it reared back and lunged at him, knocking him off his feet, then headed directly towards us. Ralph stood frozen as he barreled towards us, but I jumped to the side with Patrick following me. We went rolling to the floor in a tangle of arms and legs, just as Ralph went flailing back as the thing blasted him. A voice deep and resonant filled the room. Get out! Get out now! Alright, end of chapter 5. I guess that's an exciting thing to end on. There's a really angry ghost in the basement. Hopefully it gets more exciting. Maybe there's blood. Maybe there's gore. I doubt it, though. I really doubt it. Anyway, have a wonderful night, and I will see you back here the next time. Bye.